Welcome back everyone. Today's gameplay is about Royal Knights, and as you can see, my build has 3 Godsmon because I really hate Pale Dramon or Imperial Dramon decks. I have the new support as 4 off, you know, Omni X, Cool Boy, Last Guardian as a 4 off, 3/3 on the Omicron, and yeah, let's just jump right into the first game. And we've got not the best hand, but let's see what the reroll is. Okay, we can potentially go for the Omicron. Yeah, we're going to do that just for 4 memory, draw a card, and let's see what our opponent does. They are going to use the Metal Training and find their Tamer off the top. Play out the Tamer. Okay, that's a pretty nice setup for them. Let's see if Omicron has jamming. As we all know it doesn't have jamming, and there's an ace already gone. We will put Omni X under the Yggdrasil and play out the Alphamon. Alphamon is going to recover something, and if he tries to go in with an armor form, he's probably going to get the minus 8k. Never mind, there's a starter deck, Magnamon. And he's gonna bounce my Alphamon. That's kind of sad, but let's see what he's going for. Training into Magna X. Magna X for 3. Magna X for 3. Okay, so he's immune. I don't plan to do anything. Oh, GX is nice. GX is really, really nice. We're going to recover up to 7 security, which is crazy. He has TK to reset his immunity. That's also pretty crazy. Yeah, so Jesmon's not going to work. Alphamon all turns is going to trigger, but he is unaffected, so nothing happens. I'm not going to ace, I think. Nope. Oh, damn, 16,000 security. That would have been kind of nice. Let's see what training he's going for. Okay, grab the Promo Vemon. That's pretty nice. But nothing all too bad. So there's an out, or you can just for 0. Really nice. We still have 5 memory to go, so we're going to go in for Purge. That's going to waste a little bit of memory, but whatever. Just one GX is gonna go under Yggdrasil, and he will try to armor purge, which is pretty funny. Not the second time though. DK is gonna put him at 3. Digivolving into Magnamon for just 1 because the Vemon is pretty nice. Giving me minus 2000 on the Oryukin and Zudomon Ace. I don't think that's kind of a great idea. He gets 5 overflow, yes, but Zudomon is on the field. And I'll have an easy time removing that Zudomon. And again, we can out Magna X from this position, so we should be kind of fine. Yeah, he's going in for the double check. We find the second purge, which doesn't really change anything. He's gonna go in for Scramble and Digivolve on Omni X. Okay, we are unable to out that with our Oryukin, but we can go for the Zudomon. Let's see what play we're gonna do. We'll go for the Cool Boy, yes, of course, memory efficiency. And go in with the Genkumon. Genkumon is gonna play out the Omni X, so we put it under in turn 2. Bottom decking the Zudomon, continuing our turn, and going in for the Omega for 5. Huge money play. Omega is gonna swing into security, and he's even going to survive, so we have an additional blocker. He's gonna go in with his Omni X, right into my Omni X, and I want to keep that Omni X, so I'm gonna rock into the Omicron. Omicron is going to save, and because he just pierced into my security, I can play out the same Omicron, having another blocker. Heaven's Judgment, he's probably going to out my Omni X. Nope, he's not. He's gonna go for Genkumon and Omicron. Omicron is again going to save. And I can even float into a second Omicron. He didn't see that Omicron coming. That's the third Omicron being played out right now. Let's see, he's trying to raid into Omni X again. I really want to keep that, so we're gonna go in with another Omicron, piercing check again, 16k, Omni X. Omni X survived. That's all that I wanted to do. So now that we've got Omni X, we can go for the Omni turn, I guess. We have enough checks, and we can also bottom deck his Omni X, so even if we don't survive, which we should do. But yeah, let's see. Bottom deck the Omni X, there's nothing in our way, so let's go for our 4 checks, 1 check, 2 checks, 3 checks, and nothing special in security. That's a win for us. Okay, nice first game. Let's see how the second game is going. And they're gonna go in for Muchmon the Racing plus Koichi. So that's blue hybrid. I have to say Dynasmon as the first turn going second is pretty nice, because you can search off the top. Well, it would have been much better if you actually found something useful, but Jesmon and Last Guardian isn't too bad. Unfortunately, I cannot block that Muchomon with a Magnamon, so yeah, he gets 2 draws and another Koichi to put me at 1. We're gonna go in for Last Guardian, grabbing a Cool Boy, and a Lord Knight. Yeah, okay. So it's his turn at 1, and he can actually keep turn because he's gonna grab something to hand from security and gain memory. He's unblockable. Let's see where he's going with it. Okay, Lobomon is just going to be put into the trash. And choking me at 1 again. They're pretty nice out here. We can use Lord Knight to redirect an attack next turn. Play out another Omega. Gain some speed. Ever since BT 18 or 19 came around, I really like the Lord Knight, so that plays kind of nice. He grabbed himself a Solarmon, which is our worst enemy, but it's an erasing, so that's pretty cool. Never mind, he uses Louis to get out these Solarmon for 2 memory. Yeah, that's a huge problem, but there's nothing... Okay, that's a big problem, so we can't use Purge to kill the Solarmon. And yeah, we're kind of locked out of the game, I guess. Omika's gonna go in security, and yeah, memory setter, that's the worst thing that could have happened, but it's not like it would have changed anything. He has 3 checks, and now that's 4 checks, but I can block once. So let's see what he's gonna go in with that. Yeah. Kendo into Beowulfmon, stunning my Magnamon. Yeah, so we just lose here. We can play out a Cool Boy. That's pretty cool, you could say. Gonna go in with the Ukumon. Okay. Solarmon. Yeah, we just lost. Solarmon, Godsumon are just too strong, I guess. Next up. We are going first with Magnamon in hand. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, best start that you could wish for. Let's see what he's gonna go in for. Rika. Grabbing off the top a Cubimon. Ugh. He's kind of breaking, but it's okay. It's fine for me. It's fine for me, really. Let's go for Last Guardian, grabbing a Cool Boy and another Omega, because since we already have Jasmine GX in hand, putting him at 1. Another Rika, searching a Renamon. There's a Renamon. Yep, take that to the hand. Chaosmon, Valdor on bottom deck, that's pretty nice. Jasmine GX is gonna come out for just 1 memory and a Cool Boy. Reason for that is I can't delete anything, but he's probably not gonna out my Jasmine GX. He's gonna go in for Cube in erasing. And another Rika. So with the last turn we got GX under our Yggdrasil and a Cool Boy. That's essential +2 memory for the next turn. Which is gonna allow us to play out the Craniamon and use the Cool Boy to put him at 1, but he's gonna go in with the memory boost. And probably use all of his Rika stuns spent. Yes. Now physical training, putting me at 1. He's gonna grab the Sakuriamon X. And it's our turn. We couldn't use the Dynasmon effectively, but whatever. Dynasmon is gonna come out for +1. Grabbing off the top a Purge and a Gankumon. That's pretty nice. Purge is gonna go ahead and put a Jasmine under our stack. Putting him at 1 again. That's pretty nice. Renamon is gonna come out. And I think that's game, no? He's gonna grab a Taomon, yeah. We've got a lot of Digimon, I'm just recounting, yeah. Omnimon comes out for 2. Cool Boy is gonna go for +1. And play out all of the Royal Knights. And yeah, that seems like a pretty nice game for us. Pretty easy. I mean, he bricked and charged the Genki Dama for 3-4 turns, I don't know. So yeah, Dynasmon is gonna search whatever, I don't care. Token is gonna go in. Digivolution plug-in, yeah. Grabbing the Taomon. And that's a scoop, yep. Again, they bricked and we had Magnamon turn 1 into Dynasmon, so that was pretty nice. I'm going first, so we don't have a Magnamon, so reroll, yeah, going to Cool Boy, whatever. Cool Boy is kind of nice as well, so yeah. He's gonna go in with the Davis and grabbing a Vmon, putting a Heaven's Judgment at the bottom, so that's kind of Armor Rush Magnamon. Grabbing a Lydramon. That's not too bad. We will do the same thing as we did with the last Armor player. Go in with the Alphamon. Up to 6 memory. And if he's gonna go in, what the fuck? It's exactly the same game. Why is he always bouncing my shit? Okay, Alphamon goes back to the hand, and guess what I'm going to play next turn? Yeah, we're going to see about that, so He passes turn. I will use the last Guardian. Yeah, sure, that's only one memory. Another cool boy, that's nice. And Omni X. Yeah, a little bit hesitant. But we will play out the Alphamon. Put him at 3, and we're at 7 security. If he attacks, he's dead. Does he know the ruling? Because the rule check is going to come before the Armor Digivolution, so the Veemon is going to die. Armor Digivolution is triggered, but nothing happens. Veemon is going to come out, grabbing a Magnamon and a Davis double hit. That's pretty crazy. Magnamon, minus 2k, does nothing. Okay, nice. We are at 3 memory, and we're going to go in with the Gallantmon. Guess what Gallantmon does? He's going to recover 1, so we're back at 7. And he has Rush. Let's see if he has a Zunomon Ace or something else. Nope, we're gonna give him mental training. That's not too good. Let's speed things up with the Purge, putting under an Omegamon, so in case he has some kind of 8 checks in one turn, we can go with the Magnamon. We can go with the Omni X, but he's gonna go in with Magnamon X. Getting some kind of immunity. Suspending our blockers also pretty nice. He'll go in, gain another 3,000, 18,000. I can play out an Omegamon to block the next attack. Let's see what he's going to go for. Lightramon, okay. We will not block. Let that go through. And yeah, that one I actually want to block. Smart decision from him to attack with the Lightramon first, because if I would have blocked there, he could have gone into my Gallant and slowed me down a little. But I wasn't born yesterday, so let's see what we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for the Alphamon with Rush. So our plan here is to get through to security and give minus 8k on the Lightramon, so that if we delete it with a battle, it's actually gonna, yeah, not be able to use Armor Digivolution again. So Cool Boy is gonna come out for 4 because we are memory efficient. Oryukin for 0, I believe, taking care of the Magnamon X. And my big question is, how are we going to out the Lightramon? Anyways, picking up the Omega with the last Guardian, continue our turn because of Yggdrasil. Oh yeah, if he blocks, I can Barrier and gain plus 3 memory. He's gonna go in with Paladin mode. There's not a white Digimon level 7 or higher, so he doesn't get any memory. We didn't gain memory because of Oryukin, but it's fine. He has 1000 DP. He can't do much. He's probably going to bottleneck the Oryukin, but he's gonna die in security because of the other Alphamon, so that's pretty nice. Playing out another Omegamon, so we don't lose any tempo. We could ace, and we're going to ace for some reason. Oh, because we want to keep up our security game, right? Since we recovered 3 times already, we're still at 5. We want to keep it as high as possible. Unfortunately, they have another starter deck Magnamon. Count those up because he's gonna use all of them, I believe. Yeah, giving me back the Jesmon GX isn't the worst thing. Having it back in hand, it's always a nice ace. Yeah, let's see if he blocks our Omegamon. He doesn't, but we are not punished. There's no rookie. We're gonna put on a Leopardmon because we don't need that in hand. Unfortunately, I don't play with Medieval. Yeah, putting under another Omega to have the maximum reduction. He's gonna come out for 0, even plus 2 of the Cool Boys. Playing out the Magnamon, we have kind of a nice defensive board, and playing out another Cool Boy, so we're at 3 Cool Boys right now. So there's another starter deck Magnamon, that's the 3rd one, count it up. Bouncing the Lord Knight, we don't have any more Omegamon left, we used all of them. He's gonna use the Davis Motomiya on his Veemon, or rather his Magnamon, putting him down to Veemon. Digivolving with 0 because of the option into Magnamon. Magnamon gives minus DP. How much is it? It's at least 8, so draw a card. And he took care of all our Aurora Knights. That's not the best thing that could have happened. For us, at least. Yeah, so he's gonna use Armor Purge and Armor Digivolution. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Quite obvious that you're going to be deleted against Royal Knights. Suspending 18,000 Magnamon, that's not too bad. Stronger than any regular Digimon. This Magnamon is going to be deleted by Oryukin. We're still at 3 security. We're kinda nice. We are kinda nice. Oh, he's gonna go in with Magnamon. That's okay. If he did it right and if he had Omni X in hand, he could have maybe OTK'd us. But let's see what he's gonna do. No, he's gonna go in for defensive for some reason. Let's see what we're gonna do. Last Guardian, grabbing us. Another Lord Knight, I believe. Nope, there's an Omicron. That's our third one as well. Lord Knight is gonna come out. Also, we already had Lord Knight in hand, yeah. Okay. So, Lord Knight will play out the Magnamon again. Try the same thing. Last Cool Boy. We have all of them assembled. Nice. And another Omicron. Okay. We want to keep up the tempo with Omega. He has his one of Blinding Ray. Okay. Crashing his Zudomon Ace. And gaining immunity with the right Magna X. I'm saying right Magna X because there's a second left Magna X. Yeah, he's gonna go into security. I just want to block that. Draw a card. And we could float into Omicron. We're not going to do that. The reason why we block that one, because we can redirect that one. The other one with 15k and Ace without an effect. They're immune anyways, but battle will work as intended. So we have 16k. They have 15k. They need to armor purge. That's one Magna X gone. They're gonna go ahead, use Davis Motomiya, main effect. Go +1. Digivolve into something I can't see right now. It's another starter deck Magnamon. That's the last one. That's the fourth one. Unless he uses Scramble, that's all standard deck Magnamon's gone, which is pretty okay. We still have Omicron and Raising and Omni-X in hand, so we should be okay. They're going to suspend the Omicron, but we can unsuspend. And there's the Scramble, so another starter deck Magnamon is coming. And also another Magnamon X. Okay, that's a lot. That's actually way too much. Okay, it's our turn. We're at 3. We're gonna go in with the Magnamon. He's gonna with the Omicron into Magnamon. He's gonna block. We'll put an Omni X on there to get the end of turn attack. Omni turn, obviously, with 4 Cool Boy. You'd think I could use the Omni turn. We go up to 5 memory and play out just 3 Royal Knights. That's 4 Royal Knights together with Omnimon. Recover 1 with the Gallant. Give everyone blocker. And bottom deck the Ace target for Zudomon. If he has Gabble Bond, we are kinda screwed, but there's something even worse. Heaven's Judgment is gonna take care of the Leopardmon, and he can use both Magnamons. There's a reason why we attacked first with Omni-X, because Omni-X is gonna give us the end of turn attack. And since he has 2 blockers and we have 2 attackers plus the Omni-X, we should be fine. Unless he has an Ace, of course, but he doesn't. We're actually gonna go ahead and drop the Omnimon on him for 14. Not even using the on-play, just give him a rush and attacking Omni for game ever since BT5. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I know you should play Medieval, and even a Royal Knights. I just thought I wanted to stay 100%, or not 100%, 94% in Archetype, just playing the Godsmon, because playing out by effect is kind of strong. And going for Godsmon is even, I think, even a bit better, because it's preventive, and people cannot combo off. With Gallantmon, they're only punished after they've comboed off. And if they can remove the Gallantmon after they've comboed, the Medieval Gallantmon, yeah, that's kind of a problem. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.